to share another reflection from this book, Speaking Truth, Women Raising Their Voices in Prayer. This one is from one of the editors, Jen Tyler. Jen Tyler comes from the Dakotas. That's where she serves as a pastor. As I'm recording this, she was instrumental in inviting one of her teachers from South Africa and his spouse, Pete and Jenny Grasso, after their retirement from ministry and being chaplain at the Methodist seminary in South Africa. Jen arranged with her bishop that they both receive an appointment here in the Dakotas. What a time to come. The temperature is colder than Pete and Jenny have ever experienced. They have lived the year through COVID-19, but they've enjoyed the time of hospitality in the Dakotas. I tell you that story because Jen came to me when she was a student. Venturing to Chicago and the big city was something that she sought in order to expand her vision of life and the way of God in the world, but was not satisfied with that. She came to me one day and said, "Where should I go?" And I said, "South Africa." "What do I do there?" And I said, "Whatever they ask you to do. The church has great need." I told her she'd get on a plane in Chicago, probably change planes, get off a plane in Johannesburg, fly across the Drakensberg, get out of that little plane, and she'd meet a colleague, another Methodist minister. And 3 months later, she'd return the trip and have the greatest adventure of her life. Jen sees ministry as an amazing adventure in God's world. And so it is moving to me that she writes this piece in the section called Living Gratitude. She quotes from the first letter to the Thessalonians. "Give thanks in every situation, because this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Some mornings I wake up with a smile on my face and a song in my heart. I dance my way into the day, and I'm sure it's going to be a great day, no matter what may come. These days, it is easy to feel grateful. Other days, well, some days, it just wasn't that easy. Life can be hard, exhausting, and bring grief alongside challenges of depression and anxiety, stress and worry, heartache, uncertainty, and pain. Life can be really, really hard. On the days we are feeling all of those things, it can be tough to also feel grateful. On those days, I admit, verses like this one from 1 Thessalonians frustrate me because I know I should be grateful, but that doesn't mean I feel it. Yet the truth is, there is sometimes a chasm between feeling grateful and being grateful. Even when I don't feel it, I can be grateful. One way I practice gratitude is by ending every day with a prayer of thanks. Sometimes that prayer is long, detailed, and insightful. On hard days, it may just name the breath I take and the clothes I wear. The list doesn't have to be long for me to honor this instruction, to give thanks. The most life-giving practice of gratitude hasn't come from listing off the obvious things, though it has come in wrestling. It comes from moments I dive in an effort to fake it till I make it. After all, these words don't tell us to give thanks only for that which is good. They tell us to give thanks in every situation. That means that when I'm mad at my family or had an argument with a friend again, I recall something about them I love. When facing medical diagnoses that left me numb and fearful, I gave thanks for medical professionals trying to help me, and for the people I love who stood beside me in the midst of the unknown. whatever may come, whatever we may feel, whatever kind of day we may be having, may we remember the greatest truth of all. God is with us. Sometimes we don't feel this either. And in those moments, may we be grateful that the light, love, and grace of God are not dependent on how we are feeling. And Jen invites us to prayer. Gracious God, on my worst days and on my best, thank you for walking alongside me. Let your presence be known on my darkest days, and guide me back to you as I seek to give thanks in all that comes my way.